So I am going to spend the next minute screaming, because that is what is going on in here. That is what the trans genocide in this country, in this city, has brought me to.
So if you're going to protest when somebody gets killed, that is not the way to do it, okay? Going to a city board meeting and screaming and yelling and acting like a fool is not going to do any good. How about having a debate? How about talking calmly, telling them how you really feel, instead of threatening and acting like a child? That happened in San Francisco after a 24-year-old black trans man was shot and killed by a private security guard at a Walgreens in San Francisco. And these people are pissed off because the San Francisco DA, Brooke Jenkins, is not going to file charges against the security guard because she's saying there's video evidence that he acted in self-defense. Now, these people don't want to hear that. All they want to hear is he was black, he was killed because he was trans, and the security guard should be charged with murder. Well, I don't know all the facts of the case. I have not seen any video. Should it be released? Absolutely. But going to a city board meeting and acting like this in the clip that I'm going to show you is not going to change anything. All it's going to do, in my opinion, is make the situation worse. So have a look at this.
The video for themselves. Two San Francisco supervisors are demanding DA Brooke Jenkins release more info and the security camera video of a deadly shooting at a San Francisco Walgreens. This comes one day after a very vocal crowd called on supervisors to pressure the DA to re-examine her decision not to file charges against that security guard who fired that deadly shot. Here's NBC Bay Area's Sergio Quintana.
Justice for Banco Brown. Justice for Banco Brown!
For more than an hour, members of the Board of Supervisors heard from speaker after speaker demanding someone be charged in the death of Banco Brown.
I'm here for justice for Banco Brown, who was my little cousin, recently just got reunited with him.
Brown was shot and killed by a Walgreens security guard last week, but the DA announced Monday that she would not be filing charges, saying the evidence points to a case of self-defense. Now this crowd wants the supervisors to pressure her to re-examine that decision.
I appreciate the expressions of concern that I've heard from virtually each and every one of you, and I think it does bear re-examination by the district attorney.
The fatal shooting by a Walgreens security guard happened in Board President Aaron Peskin's district. He says police have security camera video of the exchange between the guard and Brown before the shooting. And now he's co-sponsoring a resolution urging the district attorney to release police reports, witness accounts, and video information in the case.
That video can be released to the public and the Board of Supervisors. It's legal. It would not compromise any investigation now or in the future. My resolution calls for us to see that video, and then we'll come to our own conclusion.
Imagine that! I hate this! I hate what you've done to us! I hate what you're doing to us! I hate you, Board of Supervisors! I hate you, London Breed! I hate you, Jenkins!
Hold D.A. Jenkins accountable.
Cowards!
He needs to suffer in solitary confinement with that security guard. Y'all have these armed guards. He's walking free. Y'all have a man
Next
walking
speaker,
free in the
please.
city. He's walking free for killing somebody.
Next speaker.
For that security guard to get away with murder, that's not cool. Brown only needed some food to eat to survive at the end of the day. Security guard should ever kill somebody for just taking to Arizona.
We keep our communities safe, and we demand that you get your boots off of our neck.
Change that, baby.
Thank you for your comments.
Y'all have failed once again. This is not the first time, and it damn sure won't be the last, but we gonna get justice today.
My pronouns are she, her, they, them. Black Lives Matter, defund the police, disarm security. I find it sick that Brooke Jenkins refuses to charge a security guard who murdered one of my fellow trans people, Banco Brown, a black trans man. I know plenty of my white girl friends who actually shoplift and they don't get killed. Jenkins don't care about black or trans people. Glenn Green don't care about black and or trans people. We need real solutions instead of bullshit thoughts and prayers. The city needs to ban security guards from having guns, but most importantly, we demand housing, we demand health care, we demand reparations for the black community. Frankly, I don't care if this extrajudicial killing leads to riots, fires, looting, and graffiti. A life was lost, and lives are more important than property. You all have blood on your hands. I yield my time. You!
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me that's a proper way to go and tell the city board how you feel about someone being killed. Tell me that's the proper way to mourn the loss of someone that you cared about. No, these are activists, social justice warriors looking for something in exchange for someone being killed for committing an alleged crime. If this person was shot and killed and he shouldn't have been, then yes, the security guard should be charged. But again, I don't know the facts. They don't know the facts. The only people that do know them are the DA and the police. So again, they should release the video. But going to the meeting and screaming and demanding things, and that last person with the pronouns, and then saying Black Lives Matter, defund the police, disarm security guards, these are the people who will be the first ones to call the police when there's a problem. Okay? They're not looking for justice for this Banco Brown. No, they're looking for something for themselves. And at the end of that clip, you heard that person say, they don't care if it leads to riots, fires, looting, and graffiti. So that to me is advocating for more violence. Okay? Advocating for riots and looting isn't going to solve anything. And what's looting going to do other than possibly charge more people with crimes? This is San Francisco, of course, one of the most woke cities in the entire country. And for once, a district attorney did something right after viewing the video surveillance and said that this security guard was justified in shooting because the encounter with Banco Brown allegedly became violent and the security guard was in fear of losing his own life. So all these people get together, they make their signs, and they go in screaming and yelling. That to me is nothing more than social justice warriors looking for something to do. One person said all he was doing was looking for something to eat. Then why didn't he ask someone if they could help him? You have $1? Could you help me? I'm hungry. Again, I don't know the story, and I don't pretend that I do, but this is the shit that's happening all over the country when something bad happens. And of course, it was a black man that was killed. So, of course, the protesters are going to come out. It was injustice. It was murder when they do not know exactly what happened. And that last person also said they demand housing. They demand health care. They demand the rights as transgender people. What rights do these people want? Don't we all have the same rights under the Constitution of the United States? These people are free to do whatever they want. They can dress however they want. They can identify however they want. No one cares. This is woke nonsense coming from woke people who are looking for something for nothing. Apparently, they had nothing better to do that day or night, so they all gathered to scream and yell at the board. Do they actually have jobs? Do they actually work? Do they want to work, or do they just want everything for free? I don't know, but it seems to me that they're not helping their cause by acting like that, screaming and yelling and demanding, and then advocating for riots, fires, and looting. That does nothing. It doesn't help the deceased. It doesn't help the deceased family. All it does is makes people enraged to want to cause more violence. So if they really want to have a debate that they think people are transphobic, they think they're being pushed to the side, then have an actual debate, okay? A calm conversation with people to let them know how they feel. Holding signs and screaming, "Get your boots off our necks," or "Let's riot, let's loot," that is doing nothing but making them become part of the problem instead of part of the solution. Now, this happens all over the country. And every time there's an incident like this, all these social justice warriors come out and do nothing but scream and yell and get nothing accomplished because, quite frankly, why would these leaders, city leaders, want to even listen to them? They can't talk in a calm manner. That first person screaming, "I hate you, I hate Jenkins, I hate the mayor," oh, that's fine. You can hate whoever you want because that's your right. But acting like a child and trying to get something accomplished because someone was killed, that's not the answer. The answer is debating the problem calmly and having a conversation about it instead of making signs and running up and down the street and advocating for violence. That will solve nothing. And the sooner that these woke liberals understand that, the better off it will be. And maybe the situation will change one day. But as far as I'm concerned, that's all these people do, is yell and scream and protest to demand that they get something that others don't have, like free housing, free health care. Nobody has that. We all have to earn our keep. We all have to pay our way. And they should not be entitled to things that others don't have because of how they identify. It's absolute nonsense. And the sooner that these politicians wake up and see that this is nothing more than a militia, if you will, they're demanding things that other people don't have. Other people go to work. They have to pay their rent, pay their mortgage, buy this, buy that, pay for their health care. These people want it all for free. And now that another person was killed for allegedly stealing in a store, and now they're screaming and yelling again that they're being kicked to the curb. They're given nothing, and they want everything, but they don't want to do anything for it. So cut the nonsense. Have a calm debate. Have a civilized debate. And maybe, just maybe, things will change in the future. And that's it. If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. And I'll see you soon.